If you are a dreamer, someone that has big ambitions, this is probably the most important video that you'll ever watch in your entire life, because it's going to give you the two things that you need to actually take and look into and honestly change your entire existence. And those two things that I'm going to talk about are really mainly coming from these two books. So you're going to need to first grab these two books later on. Okay. So again, if you're a big dreamer, you have, again, big ambitions, big goals, big things that you want to do, and it might not be certain to you right now. You might not have a clear vision of it, but you have a deep passion, a deep obsession right now, and you're trying to figure out what that thing is. Maybe you have an idea. It's like a whisper right now, not quite loud yet. It's not quite screaming and obvious to you, but it's there and you know it's there. Then please listen to this. Okay. So in my situation right now, I've been able to, so my first business failed. It was, I'll be honest, it technically failed, right? It was personal training. I'm now in a industry and I'm building a business that is at levels that when I look back, it's insane. I'm literally in an industry and doing things that people have taken 20 years to, and they've been in this industry for 20 plus years, and they're not able to achieve the level that I've achieved. And I say that humbly, but it's just the obvious facts, and and I've come to accept those as facts. And it wasn't by accident. It was because I unintentionally, but also intentionally followed the principles of this book as well as of this. And I haven't read these books completely. I've honestly just brazed over certain titles and sections, but there are principles that I'm just have it innately done, and I've read this book intermittently to confirm the things that I'm doing, or when I feel stuck, I kind of look back to it to reference some things, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense. I'm at this phase right now. The first thing, and look, I just want to first to you and read just so you understand the value in this book, right? For you right now, you have a big dream, you have a big goal. You most likely don't have the skills yet, the capabilities yet. You might be confident that you do, but you honestly don't. Even if you think you do, there's a process you need to follow, and usually that's apprenticeship. What you're trying to do, again, the world, information is so vast, you're probably not creating something new. Let's be honest. The new things that are coming now is really like AI, really groundbreaking, is like AI, like the future, like what Elon Musk is doing with trying to get us to the moon. Like there's nothing that you're trying to probably do that hasn't been done before. So understand that you need to see who's doing it, be very observant, open your vision, your scope of thought, and look at who's doing it and observe, study, look, what are they doing? And then how can I be around that, or how can I get the information and start obsessing about that? Because you honestly will go into what is called the apprenticeship phase. You need to become an apprentice. And that's when you don't know anything. And if you think you do, act like you don't. You do not know anything. Absorb information, observe. That's all you do in this phase. But let me just talk about the main principles that you can honestly get in this book. You need to value learning over money. Keep expanding your horizons. Revert to the feeling of inferiority. I can't say that word today. But you don't know anything. Trust the process. Move toward resistance and pain. And there's a whole other kind of phases and topics in that book. But I just want you to grab these books and focus on the first phase that you need to go into, which is apprenticeship. Whether shadowing, find people that are doing what you're doing. Okay? Put your ego aside. You don't know anything. Find people that are doing what you're trying to do, or at least have information to help you. And don't just go and start pleading for things. Offer something of value, whether you're going to work for those people, you're going to help them in some way, or again, information. You can buy so much information that will take you from day one newbie to just expert master level if you just search enough on the internet. A lot of things that you can find on the internet, okay? Or at least try to find ways you can pay for that education. So dive into the apprenticeship phase wholeheartedly, embrace it, trust the process, and use this as your Bible to get you through the ups and downs that you will experience. And know these laws. These are just laws in here that I've been talking about in these previous videos. Things like doing more than what you're paid for. You know, if you have an opportunity to do XYZ, crush that standard. That's not what you're doing. You're gonna attack it in a way that people won't fathom. That's what should be your mindset. You should be disappointed that you're doing the bare minimum. Find a way to honestly do the absolute astronomical amount. And because people notice, and this is how the opportunities just fly into your life, okay? In this apprenticeship phase, you will start noticing you're going to become competent. You're going to start absorbing skills. You're going to start becoming very efficient. Once you get into that phase now, you'll realize that pick up patterns and things and opportunities, gaps, weaknesses in the industry that you're in that you can fully exploit. And that's where you can position yourself to leverage that capabilities that you have and really create something truly valuable in this work, because most people are complacent. Most people they get to a place where it's typical human behavior. We don't want to face pain or resistance. We resist pain and we go towards comfort. So take full advantage of that and you will find answers. And it's typically towards the things that are hard, the things that people typically don't want to do. Find a way to save people, save people money, and just bring value that other people aren't willing to do, because it's either cost time, cost money, or it's like they can save money. Like, honestly, most businesses want to save money, so they'll avoid doing obvious things that would be very valuable to the end user, because the businesses are trying to make it about themselves. When you truly have the mindset to serve, you focus like, how can I bring value in this situation? You'll be astonished at how different thoughts come to your mind, rather than how can I make money? How can I, be better? Like, think about the other person, and that's your way. But I'm not gonna say any more. You already know what you got to do if you truly want to change your life. I will say these two books. I haven't finished it, but I've read it front to back. I understand the main keys, the main overreaching ideas, and then, when I need to dive in, I can recall, oh, I know I need to do this, but let me really dive in. So I just want to give that to you. Take this video seriously. I've talked to a lot of dreamers. I know a lot of dreamers, and even me, myself including, I always revisit this. I still read this day to day. Get your hands on those books. Napoleon Hill, Laws of Success, and I believe Mastery, Robert Greene. And start fueling the dreams that you have, and take advantage of the opportunities that are honestly easy. Like, because you're just not thinking, you're not really looking like, how can I, like, once you start thinking, like, things will just come to you, and you'll see that you can just like catapult yourself to unbelievable levels, and there's still more to go. So what are you waiting for? I hope you crush it. I hope you get after it, and good luck.